buy. So remember, we're on a daily time frame. Ne? I'm gonna go to 4 hour now. I'm gonna go back to 4 hour now. Remember what I said on the previous video? I said like on this green blue candlestick before what? Before this impulse movement, I'm gonna use it to my point of interest. Then on this area here, this is too much liquidity here. This is too much liquidity. The price must come up and grab all the liquidity so we can continue with the down movement, so we can cruise very nicely as usual we do. So I'm gonna go back to a daily time frame. I'm gonna go back to daily time frame, which means it tells me like I need to, for this week, let me not say for this week, for as soon as the price get to my entry point, which I'm gonna analyze it from the 15 minutes. I'm gonna analyze it from the 15 minutes so I can hold this trade with patience and according to the plan. This is where like I'm really interested to do what, to buy Nasdaq. Tell my point of interest as soon as it get to my point of interest, which is here. Then I'm gonna do what, I'm gonna sell the market on this area here. I know when it's come to this,
I'm just trying to understand, why is this your point of interest? Just give me an understanding on why is this your point of interest.
This one.
That level.
Okay, let me just show you why I am using it as my point of interest. Let me just clear this. Remember, I wanna show you something. Ne? On the 4 hour. Ne? Remember, my candlestick. How you know how? Okay, let me just share with people as well. Ne? How we draw the point of interest. Ne? How we really draw a point of interest. I'm gonna do it with this square. Is it rectangle or what? Rectangle things. This is how we draw a point of interest. Okay, let's say those are candlesticks. Ne? This is just an example. Those are just candlesticks. It's a candlestick for a sell and a candlestick for a buy with a different color. I'm gonna use for a buyer's blue. I'm gonna use it with blue color. So now we have our candlestick here. Why is it this one be my point of interest? If you can check macro, as soon as you get a break of structure, which means you're looking for what, for a point of interest. So for me to find a point of interest here, why I am going to sell here, like I don't get a valid reason for myself why I need to sell the market at this area here. This is the liquidity here. I don't find any reason or anything that can make me sell the market here. So I'm choosing this one instead of this one because this is a liquidity. So as soon as the price spike up to this one, this is my point of interest. The previous bullish candlestick before the impulse movement, we have what, unfinished order, which means it tells me the price must push back to this. Grab the liquidity before it going back to the point of interest. And as soon as it get to this area, this is where I'm really gonna be interested at selling Nasdaq on this area here. So how do we identify the point of interest to people who don't know? You get the no matter how long, like you can understand this, like no matter how you understand this, like we can understand it with different ways, but at the end of the day it's the same thing. So the blue candlestick, then like it starts with what, let's say the price is going down, as this one is going down, we have a bullish candlestick which is here, then it's followed by what, the gray candlestick, like as you can see. So we have this one, this gray candlestick. The only thing you need to do, you don't highlight everything, you don't highlight the whole candlestick here, you just highlight the single candlestick, the blue one, the one that chose the one that was opposite direction before it chosen the impulse movement, which you can see it has chosen the impulse movement. Then I'm gonna use that candlestick to my order block, my sort to say that my point of interest. This is where like I'm looking to do what.
So where is your order block?
Where is what?
Where is your order block?
You see that red green candlestick. You see this candlestick here.
Is that your order block?
This is my point of interest. This is not my order block. This is my point of interest. This is where I'm really like looking to sell the market.
I'm trying to understand I'm trying to understand why is that your point of interest?
Because
just give these people an understanding of why. Is it because of the equal high? And because the equal highs means liquidity?
Yes, obviously, like it must grab the liquidity before it goes to the direction. You understand? It must grab all the liquidity before it goes to the direction. So the reason why I've chosen this one here, you understand it now?
Yeah.
Yes, this is why I chose this one. This is why I chose this one. I prefer this one. It must grab all the liquidity. If it doesn't come straight to this point of interest, which means I'm not gonna take any trade. I'm gonna be safe there. I'm not gonna sell the market at the price.
Okay, so Troy, let me make an example here. So what happens if price literally does something of this nature where we come out and then we pull lower?
Which means I'm gonna be safe. I'm not gonna take any loss. I'm gonna be safe. It's not like I'm gonna take a loss. It has like left me. This is just normal to everyone. We all know sometimes it goes to a direction before it's tapping to what, to your sell stop or buy stop. So if it left me, it's left me. Which means my analysis was right, but my entry was wrong. You understand it?
Fair enough. Fair enough. I appreciate that.
Yes.
So for me personally, right, I wouldn't take this as a point of interest. Reason for that is because there's something still lower that they need to go to. You get me? There's something still lower that they need to go to. So because of the fact that I have a situation where we've been making highs and lows within major and minor structure, I see a situation where price made a high, made a low, right? And then made a high that failed the previous high. So which means that because we failed the previous high, we would then take out the low. And that would then lead to, or rather, that would then lead to a liquidity grab going to my main point of interest, which is sitting at this level that we spoke about over here, where we then have a level that has been holding. As you can see, ever since price came into this level, price took off. It was at this level where our supply turned into demand, and demand then pushed price higher, right? So it was basically a situation now where, like I said before, price made this down. Price made this high, and then price made this low. Right now, currently, price has made that high. Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. Move that back. There. Price made this high, and then price made a low, but now price has failed that high. So because price has failed that high, price would then take out the low. You get me?
Yeah, I understand.
So there would be no reason for price to go any higher until price has completed the setup, and then we have all the reason to get this double bottom and push price higher, even to new highs, which means that then how this would be looked at is if we remove it, basically price went up, price went down, price went up.
Okay, macro. You see, Macaro. I don't know. I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry about that. So, you see, on a daily time frame, ne, as I said, like I'm looking to do what, to buy Nasdaq at this area here. Ne? Like I see, like we have different views. Now I'm doing what? Ne? I'm not gonna trade against the trend. Ne? I'm not gonna trade against the trend. I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna focus on what? On finding sales opportunities with this setup like I've just shown now, ne? So let me just highlight my point of interest, ne? This is my point of interest here. Let me just remove this break of structure. This is my break of structure here. This is my break of structure for a buy. So for a sell. So when I find like my break of structure, which means I'm looking for what? I'm looking for a market to do what? To do a pullback. I'm looking toward market to do what? A pullback. I'm not trading against the trend. This is, I'm just sharing my own opinion and come up to where to my point of interest, then continue with what? With my movement and continue doing what? Forming a new low, and also grab what? And also grab this equal highs, which is on the 4-hour. On this area we have equal highs on the 4-hour. Then this is my POI. Like I have this point of interest like two different time frames. This is my point of interest like two different time frames. On a 4-hour time frame, I still see the same point of interest. If I go to 4-hour time frame, you see this is my point of interest here. Even on a 3-hour time frame, I still see the same thing, which means like I must use this according to my own information, my trading plan, my strategic and everything. This is where like I'm really like looking to do what? To sell the to sell Nasdaq. But at the same time, how I see it today, I think like we're gonna have like a buy movement today. Like it may, like we don't know, you may see a sell, but I see a buy today. But for now, like I don't have any confirmation for me like to take any trade. I don't recommend anyone to say now you can buy now. But then how I see it for today, on a bigger picture, not on a smaller time frame, on a bigger picture, I see it like going up to the point of interest and continue with what? With the down movement. No matter how long it's gonna take, it's part of the game. You must be patient with your setup and continue with what? Down movement.
Guys, someone's asking you, how do you see that as a point of interest? And I'm going to explain to him. He just sees it because there's equal highs below that level. He believes that would be a liquidity grab, which it could be by 100%. But I still feel like they're so much closer to their point of interest to the downside than they are to the higher, the upper side of the market, where price is then premium. So right now they're still in discounted price. You get me? They are sitting in a discounted price area regardless. So if we took, right, this high and the previous low, right?
Yeah.
They're still sitting in a discounted price, an area where there's still discounted price. You understand?
Yeah.
But they will not just let this low sit. They will not just let this low sit. They will liquidate that low. They're so close to doing it. They would liquidate that low, right, as we come into that point of interest, and then I would then take off. Like I said, I'm not buying this market until we get to 1300 or below.
Okay.
You get me?
Yeah.
I won't take a buy. I definitely won't take a buy
exactly
until we hit 13,000, if not lower than 13,000. But anything above 13,000, I'm not planning to buy.
Okay, you know what? Let me try to analyze it with fundamental sessions and everything, and see like maybe I can have like a view for today in order like are we really buying or are we really selling? Ne? So how do I use my fundamental strategy? The only thing I need to do, I need to plug my sessions. We all know like the market start with what? With Asian session, which always open at 2 a.m. right? This is 2 a.m. Then it end at 9. I mean to say at 8. It's end at 8. Then it's followed by what? It's followed by London session. It start at 9. Then it's end at 1. Is it the one I'm looking for? No. I must start here. I must start here. Yeah, this is 2 a.m. till 8. Then from 9 it's London session, then till 1, or it's 1 p.m. Then from 2 it's New York session, From 2, it's New York session till 1800, which is 6 till 18. So I'm gonna go to 15
Now,
minutes.
Troy, can I just ask you something? How do
Okay.
you identify an order block? I just wanna see how you identify an order block, because I'm looking at what you're doing and I'm like I'm just trying to figure out how do you. I was just thinking about it, and I'm just trying to figure out how do you identify an order block.
Okay, how do I really let me just go to a different thing. Let me just go to German date. Let me go to a daily 4-hour time frame. So on German 30, I've managed to do what? I've managed to highlight my order block. Let me zoom in so you can see it. Ne? Let me zoom in. Perfect.
They are failing miserably.
So how do I highlight my order block? Do you see I have what here? This is the only blue candlestick before it has chosen what? The impulse movement. Do you see this blue candlestick? This one, the bullish one, on date on a 4-hour time frame on a German 30. Go to German 30, you will see this candlestick, the blue one, before it has chosen the impulse movement, which it's going down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my point of interest on this area here. Remember, how do I spot?
Wait, hold on. Is it a point of interest or is it an order block?
Yes, how do I spot? Let me see. What are you on German 30? I'm on a German 30.
No, I'm watching your chart. I'm on Nasdaq.
Okay. Okay, this is my my point of interest. This is where like I am really looking to do what, to sell Nasdaq. But before, how do I know if like it's valid or not? I just check like where is my point of interest. I mean, where is my break of structure? As soon as I find a break of structure, which means I'm looking to do what, I'm looking for a reversal. As soon as it reverse, it's come back to the previous unfinished order, which is this candlestick, the blue one, before it did what, before it chosen what, the impulse movement. You understand? Before it has chosen the downside movement, the opposite candlestick before this impulse movement. I'm gonna spot that one. I'm gonna highlight that one as what, as my point of interest. I use that tool for my OP. You understand?
But is that how you've been taught to identify an OB? Yeah, that was hectic. Is it just me or did I not understand? Was it just me, guys, or did I not really understand the identification? Or rather, how I identified and how he identifies it. But yet, he's learning from the GOAT himself, ICT. So I would expect him to know how to identify an order block. Troy, want to come back on and explain that again? I personally got lost. How do I identify an OB? There needs to be an imbalance between the three candles. So for me, an OB is candles that sit like this at a level. Candles that sit like this at a level. And the candle just after, right? The candle just after the actual order block should be an engulfer. that should be the engulfer. It's not every last up candle before the down move. No, there needs to be an imbalance. There needs to be an imbalance and a break of structure that takes place before an order block is valid. It's not every last down candle. It's not every up candle. It's specific up candles and down candles that, show and identify an order block. So we have something of this nature, right? Where there was a break of structure this break of structure that took place, but not only that, we had this engulfer that left an imbalance that price would need to come back into. So basically what I was saying is, regardless of whether this was an order block or not, price would return to this level either way, because there was an imbalance sitting here regardless. There was this imbalance regardless. Price would need to return here, but now we see that price didn't respect this order block. Right? Price didn't respect this order block. So hence I'm saying, is price still respecting order blocks? Or are banks and institutions and the market movers starting to change not the language, but the movement of markets? So we still going home, we still going to our destination, but now we're not taking the same routes anymore. A contraction box is basically this, and this is where business is done. This is where business starts. This is where they've made a decision, and until they make another decision, that's why as soon as price tapped into this level at 50% of that contraction box, right over here, 50% of that contraction box, price has never come back and will continue to fail because they've made a decision at this level to push price lower. This guy's ICT is mentor's mentor. Your mentor, your ICT mentor couldn't even challenge me. So shut up, please, shut up. He couldn't even challenge me. So hush, he ran away. So please, 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 don't even go there. Anyway, right. So at the end of the day, right, what I'm saying is that is our contraction box. That is where the institutions have made a decision. You get me? They made a decision, and that's why when price failed to take out this high, we knew that price would then take out the low. Remember, this is all minor structure within the actual structure of the markets. This is all just noise. It's minor structure that we don't even look at, because this is the range, this is the low, and that is the high. Everything between this is not even worthy of looking at. Understand me? Now we could be seeing another decision being made. we're starting to see a contraction take place. So now, if we identify this as a contraction box, then once price comes lower, if that's a contraction box, I haven't identified it as a contraction box yet, we could expect price to come in and push down. Troy is not here anymore. But regardless, this is still, that's why I say, guys, structure is king. Structure is king. But can you not see that this is how the market, can people not see that this is literally how the market works? They generate liquidity, liquidate that liquidity, generate liquidity, liquidate that liquidity. It's not a MintFX box, but okay. There we go. So what are they going to try to do? They're going to try test that high, fail it, generate liquidity. So when finally price does go up, we liquidate those early sellers. We liquidate those early sellers, but we've also liquidated the early buyers. However, though, right, we still haven't taken out this high. So we still can fall. And then what do? They liquidate the lows. But where did price start? At this level. So obviously now we're basically in a consolidation. We at a place where buyers and sellers are happy with each other. Right now, buyers and sellers are happy with each other. Yeah? Buyers and sellers are happy with each other. It hasn't been liquidated. Where has the contraction box been liquidated? Because here's the contraction box. So how was it liquidated? There's your contraction box. Wait, that's not the contraction box. Oh, no, it is. There it is there. There's your contraction box. Price tapped into that level perfectly, and then price moved away. Now, we have another contraction box. Buyers and sellers are happy with each other. They're starting to do business. They are now deciding at this level what they want to do with price. Get me? That's what they... I didn't pioneer, but how many of you guys who even... Nobody really knew about this contraction box. Or you just didn't know how to find them. Did you? Did you know how to find them? So I could say I pioneered this into SA because nobody uses them. Nobody even knew about them. Would I be wrong in saying that? Would I be wrong in saying that I pioneered contraction boxes to South Africa? You say all these guys know about them, but it's never on their pages. I've never seen someone use a contraction box. Never. In my whole 3 years, I have never seen someone use a contraction box the way I used it here. Never. They targeting fucking highs and lows and man, you talk guys are coming at me again. Sandile shit doesn't even know how to trade. Wow. Hey guys, you guys love drama. Hey, people will just come at me just for the drama. They love the drama. They love the drama. Hey, I've seen it now, man. The guys love the drama. They'll come at me for anything. They'll come at me, man. They'll be like, what? My father used that when he was in his grave. Next thing, there'll be, I'm telling you, next thing, someone's going to rename this. Rocky Ethics does it though. Next thing, you'll tell me Mandela did this when he traded the old way. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is no longer contraction box. It's been invalid. Now, because you guys know so much, why is this no longer a contraction box and it's been invalid? What invalidated it? Come, Mr. Smarty Pants. Come on. Tell me. Why is that no longer a valid contraction box? Something invalidated it. What invalidated it? Come on. Come on now. Come on. You don't know? You don't know? You don't know? You need some help? The contract has been terminated. Well, I give up with these people. Because the market didn't break the lower low. No. No, nothing about resistance or support. Nothing like that. Something violated this in regards to the rule in order to identify it. It was failed. 50. No. Dodgy candle. No. Liquidity. No. Go ask those guys who trade this. Go ask those guys who trade this. Let's see if they know why it was violated, and we won't take this as a contraction box, and you'll see price will do nothing at this level. No. No. Imbalance. No. There has to be 3 candles to be. No. There wasn't 3 candles. Yeah. It was more than 3 candles. But something validated this. We have 2 long wigs. No. Evening star. No. Eh? I hope you just I want to see these smarty pants. Since everybody uses this contraction box. Break and retest? No. Break and no. It is not mitigated. No. Because workers are striking. Ooh. Wow. The body of the candle isn't equal. No. Because there wasn't a starting point and an ending point. Oh, let me just explain it to you quickly. So it's almost like there was a range, right? There was this high, and then there was this low. There was a range. There was a range, and in between that range, 50% would be the contraction taking place. That unfortunately didn't take place over here. See? There was no range. So here, this was a perfectly valid contraction box, as there was a range, and in between that range, Marco, you're manipulating us now. I'm not. There needs to be a range, and in between that range, right? If you look over here, at that range, price fell for the second time. At that range, price fell for the second time. So that was the first touch. The range was your second touch. And that validated this as a contraction box. This validated this as this is where they've officially done business. So now you know. I don't know if those other guys knew this who were trading these contraction boxes, but that's how you know. That's a supply and demand. How is this a supply and demand?